WTOP Television 9. The big news at 6 this evening. The President addresses the United Nations. Ford Rowan reports. Alan Grip reports as the Black Panthers are rebuffed a second time in seeking the D.C. Armory for their convention next month. And with the blessings of the governor, for the first time in history, the Virginia NAACP convention opens in Alexandria. Gil Butler has the story. Warner Wolf on sports. And Charles Gertz with Radar Weather Watch. Now, the big news with WTOP news correspondents Charles Crawford and Max Robinson.
After somewhat depressing weather for the past few days, Charlie Gertz is promising a pleasant weekend. Thanks, Charlie.
The weather has been a little depressing in the Washington area. Cloud cover very slow to move out, and this cloud cover is just to the west of us. It'll be moving on out through tonight, and we're going to go as far as to promise you a good day tomorrow. Let's check now by means of our radar weather watch just what is going on around the Washington area. A few light scattered showers, and they are very light, they are very scattered, are indicated by radar. All of the white areas, here comes the electronic pointer now up onto the screen to indicate where the weather areas are. The scattered light white areas around the scope are light rain showers, particularly up here on 70S going out of the city to the north, and again an area detected on the last sweep over to the east of Silver Spring. Right through here, some very light showers. And then again on down towards Suitland. This area just over where the intersection of 66 and the Beltway is a terrain. It is a hill. We have the radar elevation set high enough to clear the mountains that you would normally see out here and pick up what weather there is. So we'll leave the radar now because there's very little to show you on it. The current conditions at this hour in Washington, temperature 65, very balmy reading for this date in October. The humidity is high, 75%. The winds from the north-northwest at 9 miles per hour. So there's considerable moisture in our atmosphere, and we can expect quite a bit of fog in the outlying areas tonight. The national weather map is getting more like a winter picture all the time. A severe storm way up off the British Columbia coast is bringing high winds, rather heavy rainfall to Washington and Oregon, working on down into Idaho and transferring, of course, over to snow through the Rocky Mountain areas. High pressure in the southwest with fine weather, and the next system that we'll look forward to in producing weather in the Washington area is a low developing rapidly in Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorms already in southern Texas, Louisiana, on up into the Missouri Valley with showers all the way up into Indiana. This low-pressure system is destined to move north and eastward into northern Indiana by tomorrow, and then as it continues through the Great Lakes, some shower activity should move into Washington associated with this system, and this will occur on Sunday. But tomorrow's weather, right here, high pressure with fair conditions, these fair conditions extending back to the west, stations at Beckley, Bluefield, out around Harrisonburg, Virginia, reporting just partly cloudy to clear skies. The train of lows off the Atlantic seaboard continues to manifest its influence along the immediate Atlantic coast just by virtue of some cloudiness, a little drizzle, and fog. The heaviest precipitation now anywhere on the Atlantic coast is up north of New York City in New England. These lows will continue on out into the open Atlantic, and the high pressure, the weak ridge of high pressure, will be moving on in for our area. The most significant thing in the weather for you to think about tonight if you're leaving the city is that there will be considerable fog, particularly on up north on 70S over the Pennsylvania Turnpike and back to the west in West Virginia and Virginia. Our fearless forecast then for the weekend. Tonight, just a few scattered light showers, extensive fog in the outlying areas, a low of 57 by dawn. Tomorrow, a sunny and warm day, 70 degrees. Scattered light showers under warm temperatures on Sunday, at least 73. I'll be back later in the big news. This is Charles Gertz.
Now for a last-minute look at the weekend weather, here's Charlie Gertz.
The weekend weather is looking good, and we're going to look right now at some of the better features of our radar weather watch. We have many capabilities with the radar here at WTOP, and one of these is sector scan. What you have seen so far is a 360-degree scan, as I'm showing you with our electronic pointer. Normally the beam would go all the way around the 100-mile range, which we're showing at this time. But with sector scan, we're scanning now an area of 90 degrees. If you look at the bearing marks out at the edge of your picture, you'll see that the radar azimuth goes down to 240 degrees and then turns clockwise up to 330 degrees. So if we were looking for heavy weather out in this particular sector, we could scan through here any period of time. These, of course, are the mountains out to the west of Washington and Virginia. And as the heavy weather approached, we could show it to you and plan any types of action that were required with heavy thunderstorms or heavy rainfall moving in from this particular quadrant. Sector scan, of course, can be set in any given area, either to the north or over to the east, depending on the direction the weather is coming from. John Douglas will be giving you radar weather watch throughout the weekend, and here is my fearless forecast. Just a few showers tonight, and a low at dawn of 57. Tomorrow, a sunny and warm day, 70 degrees, continuing warm through Sunday with showers. This is Charles Gertz.
And a reminder to join us later tonight when David French and I will have a wrap-up of the day's events on the big news at 11. This is Charles Crawford.
Next, the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite from New York. This is Max Robinson in Washington. Have a good weekend.
Portions of this broadcast were recorded.